Hi, this is Greg Noyes of Pacific West Home Inspections, and today I'm doing a job in Sylmar, and it's off Polk, and it's Tuesday, July 1st, halfway through the year. Anyway, the gas meter's on the right exterior of the house, and it does have a automatic shut-off valve, and they have the wrong size. It should be 1.25 inches, and they got a three quarters of an inch or 1 inch. So your retrofit company may change this thing out. The manual valve for it's down here. So if it's up and down, it means it's on. If the tank's perpendicular to the pipe, then it's off, and you'll need a wrench to turn that off. The air conditioner unit is actually a heat pump, and so they bought more than they really needed, and it's not working today. It's not cooling the house. How to shut off the power is again on the right exterior of the house, and if you look carefully, the very top breaker is your main breaker, and you flip it to the right and it shuts everything off. And none of the other breakers are labeled except for the AC unit. So we like to see everything labeled. Now, how to shut the water off, that's actually in the front of the house. And we'll look at that next. So I'm at the front of the house, and we have two 3/4 inch pipes coming up from the soil. So one of them would be your main, and the other one goes to your sprinklers. And most likely this red one's for your main. It's 3/4 inch line. We'd like to see a 1 inch line into the house. There is a pressure regulator, and they've set it down to 45 pounds pressure, but there's no pressure relief valve on the house side of the pressure regulator, which we'd like to see. So the next thing is we're going to go up to the roof, and the original house had a cathedral ceiling, vaulted ceiling in the living room, and they converted it into a flat ceiling and added a loft. And they did the same thing over the front entryway and bedroom. So there's some room additions here, and they don't appear to be permitted. Before I set up to climb the roof, I want to pay special attention to this retaining wall on the left side of the house. It's a raised retaining wall. There's trees behind it. You can see where it's bowed out, and there's damaged areas here. I'm in the attic area above the utility room, and this is the vent for the water heater. It's a single wall. It's supposed to be a dual wall, and it's disconnected from the other piece. You see it here? You see the 1 inch gap, so you're getting carbon monoxide filling this room here, and so that needs to be attended to immediately, and you may want to call the plumber tonight to come in and fix that. This is a very dangerous situation. I set my ladder up at the carport, and you have a low slope roof here. So typically with that, we don't like to use shingles, because we want to use shingles on something that's over 212 pitch. And this is an older roof, and you can see deterioration of the rock in here. So this is probably getting on to 15 years or so. And when you use a shingle, composite shingle on a roof pitched under 12 or 212 pitch, then you want to have 2 layers of 15 weight roofing paper, and there's really no way for me to check that. Now I'm about ready to climb the roof on the main house. You can see the gutter at the left side of the house is full of debris. So that needs to be cleaned on a regular maintenance, regular schedule. As we go up the roof, there's two vents, plumbing vents for their bathrooms, and you have two of these half-round attic vents, and a masonry chimney, and there's no spark arrestor on it. So this is a composition shingle, as I mentioned before. This probably has a 25-year warranty on it. The very top of the roof is where the two rows come together. It's called a ridge cap, and typically this deteriorates faster than the rest of the roof. So what I'm doing, I'm pulling up on the edges, and the more rigid they are, the older the roof is. So I'm trying to age the roof, the main roof, and at 8 to 10 years the ridge caps usually deteriorate. So this roof appears to be under 8 years old, and so when your ridge caps deteriorate, then you can get another change them out. Then you get another 10 years out of your main roof as well. I'm going to do a little tour here. I'm over the front of the house, and the appraiser was here earlier, and he pointed out the fascia board and the beams sticking out had peeling paint. And then I'm going to walk towards the back of the house, and you got a protecting dog next door. This furnace main vent here, the 6-inch vent, is for your furnace, and then you have a water heater vent, and that's out of an old transite pipe. And you can see they have a big gap there, and then they ran a single wall. So I'll double check and see what's down there. I think that's your water heater. But if it's a water heater, then we want to see a double wall vent pipe. On the side, right side of the house, you have a satellite dish, and they managed to mount it right on top of the roof, and that's always presents a problem. And they have a raised roof here. This is over your looks like over your patio area, and there's some rodents, huge rodents, bigger than a cat, that left their droppings here. There's metal vent pipes here. No, it's actually plastic. That's good. And we have dome. Now, at the very peak of the roof, at the rear of the roof, and over your living room, and this is where your chimney cap is. Got cracks in it, and missing a spark arrestor to keep the water from getting in the system. And beautiful wall, lawn next door. They have a little fountain as well. In your house, they had a fountain installed. The pump's been removed, but at one time they had a fountain coming cascading down the back rear slope. And there's some gaps here at the corner as well. So I'm going to swing the camera around, and you get a bird's eye view of your roof here. And again, this is Greg Noyes, Pacific West Home Inspections, and I can be reached at 818-247-0417.